Good morning. So I'm texting Leaf at the center. It looks like there may have been an update with Facebook Live, and that might have been some of the issues we were having. So unless you see it, I can't see. Oh, I see one comment. I can't see your comments anymore. I don't know where they went. They used to just be under my feed, and now I can't see any of them. So I'm So bear with me here. Good morning. See, I see that people are commenting. It'll show me insights, which I know may not make any sense, but it'll show me who's watching and that I do have two comments, but it's not the old way where it was just listed below. So I can't figure out how to view those comments. So let me see. I'm trying, friends. I'm so sorry. It's like Facebook had an update of sorts. So I'm trying to see if I can, and I can't. I just don't know where they are. Yep. Yeah, I just don't know, friends. I'm so sorry. It's frustrating for me too because I can see that those of you have wrote comments and I can see the number of comments. I can't see what you're writing, if that makes sense. It just has a little bubble and it says four comments, but I can't click on it and I can't write anything. So Facebook Live definitely must have changed their settings somehow. So I'm bear with me here, friends. I'm desperately trying here to see. Together, which could be very frustrating for all of you. Um, so, like I said, I reached out to Leaf at the center. Um, we're going to try this. You can see there's a thumbs up button. Go ahead and click that so I can see that you're hearing me, that you're ready to go, and everything's okay. We'll try it that way. You can just give me a little, it'll be like a yes and no. Thumbs up is a yes. Let's try it that way. And if I see you hit a thumbs up, then that lets me know that you can hear me fine. And we'll hopefully try to progress here. Thank you so much. Um, I know that the plan is for me to start teaching in person in May, I believe. I think we have a start date. I talked to Jamie at the center. So, but I want to keep the online going as I teach live because I know there's some of you that can't drive anymore or just still feel uncomfortable coming. So, I'm going to ask you another question. So give me a thumbs up if it's a yes. Any of you familiar with the it? You can get it on your computer. It's the same thing as Facebook. You just type in a link to Zoom. So Zoom, I have an account that I would be happy, and I'm going to talk to the center about that. I think that might be more beneficial than Facebook. With Zoom, with your guys' computers that you're using right now, I can see you, I can hear you, and talk to you. So it's a little better than this application. And that might be something at the center I could walk you through as well. But it's basically a link you get for Zoom, and you guys would log in with the link I give you, and then it's almost like a Facebook, like FaceTime is what I'm thinking. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. So that might be something that we walk through, because I really feel confident if you can get on to Facebook Live, you would be able to navigate Zoom really, really easily. So, all right, well, we're going to do our best because Leaf hasn't responded to me. So sorry. That must have definitely been why Facebook Live was having issues last week. They were doing some sort of update on their system because my screen looks totally different than it did last week, and I can't even access comments. So maybe they're going to start charging. I don't know. So we're going to do the best we can. So this morning, we're going to stick with our theme of mantras for the week. And our mantra for this week is, we are never past the point or ever too old to set a new goal or do or have a new dream. So that is our mantra. We are never past the point or too old to set a new goal or a new dream. So that will be our mantra that we connect to this week in our practice. So we're going to start with our warm up this morning, and we're about 5 minutes behind, but I'm sorry for the delay. And we will get started this morning. So grabbing your chairs, water, making sure that at any point in this workout, if you start to feel faint or dizzy, listening to your body, take those breaks when you need it. I am going to challenge you, as always, we're going to use that cognitive skill in our brain to do multiple movements together. What I like to call, we layer on. And so that will be really beneficial for us this morning. So we're going to start with our warm up this morning. You can do this seated or standing. You choose. So we're going to start with those shoulder, just rolling them gently down and back, inhaling them up, exhaling them down. Nice work. Making sure that you have what you need for this morning, whether that be light weights, wrist weights, bottled water, or no weights. You choose. All good options. When you're ready, start to take those circles in the other direction. Nice work. Nice big inhales this morning, connecting to our practice we're going to go through this morning. When you're ready, release. We're going to inhale the arms long, exhale right over left. Give yourself a hug and just rock side to side here, twisting gently, hugging, really squeezing. Nice job. Inhaling them out again, left over right, hugging yourself. Gentle little swings. Again, you can do this in your chair if you feel more comfortable. Nice job. Inhaling out. Let's do that one more time each side. Right over left again. Squeezing. Maybe you round your spine. Work out any of those kinks you're having this morning. This may be your first movement today, so let's be kind. Work it out. Inhale long again. Left over right. Nice job. Nice job. And release. We're going to take our arms up high like we're getting something off of a top shelf. So you're going to pull down. So pull down. Lifting and squeezing. Maybe you pivot that foot a little if you want more movement, but staying right here is perfect as well. Inhaling up, exhaling down. You got this. Keep going. Always watching my notes here. Make sure I'm on track this morning. Nice job. Keep reaching and pulling. Knowing that if going clear up top over your head is too much for those Shoulders, you can take them more in front of your face. Right here is a good option. And just reach and pull. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take our virtual high fives this morning, stretching out our wrist, gently pulling those fingers back over that forearm, being kind this morning. But we want to stretch out those wrists before we do weights this morning. Exhale, twist, bend your wrist the opposite direction. It's Monday. Nice job. Let's do that again. Maybe roll it out, switching directions here before we go into our virtual high five again. Giving a 5-5, taking those fingers gently back. Nice job. And exhale, release. And roll out those wrists. We're going to do our other hand here. So left hand virtual high five, gently pull those fingertips back. Again, knowing you can do this in your chair, doing what feels good for you. And exhale, opposite direction here, stretching out the wrist. Nice job. Keep breathing. And let's roll out those wrists, each direction, whatever feels good for you this morning. Before we do that one more time. There we go. Inhale, high five. Gently pull those fingers back, stretching out the wrist. And exhale, release one more time, stretching out. Beautiful. I'm so sorry I cannot see your comments. If you've just joined me this morning, Facebook has had an update of sorts, and I think that was the problem we were having last week. So unfortunately, I cannot see comments, but if you would like to let me know you're here, just hit the little thumbs up button, and that lets me know that you can hear me. We're going to try to do our best, friends, with what we're given. Nice work. All right, we're going to come into gentle bends with our knees, continuing to warm up our body. So we're not going into a full squat this morning. Think of it as like a very subtle knee bend, just opening up and warming up the joints, okay? So it's very subtle. I'm not going into a squat. I'm just going into a little bend with my knees. Think of it when we sit in the chair, and you can do that as well, where we sit in the chair and we bend and extend our leg. But this time we're standing if you choose for a little extra work this morning. Bending, just a subtle little bend, keeping the spine long, opening up. Now we're going to start to add those arms. Take them up in front of you, pull them back, up and back. Again, just a little knee bend, knowing you can do this in your chair. If you're sitting, you're going to extend the legs, alternating, pulling, extending. So we're warming up the knee joints, the legs, the arms and the shoulders. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Moving on. If you're in your chair, we've done these before. You're going to step out, add your arms. If you're standing, it's a little step, jack. So just stepping, inhaling, and exhaling, continuing to finish up our workout here, warming up our entire body. Thank you for the thumbs up, friends. I appreciate it. Doing the best we can with the technology. Nice job. 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Beautiful. Grabbing a drink if you need it, and then we're going to grab our weights for our strength portion. Knowing that even if I do not cue a water break, take it when it feels right for you, okay? So you can sit this whole time in this series if you want. Feet are going to be flat, okay? And we're going to go into a bicep curl. So if you want to stand, feel free to stand. So we got those biceps forward. We're squeezing up and down, not allowing the weights just to fall. Create that resistance. Take it slowly. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Moving with your breath work is so important. Nice job. Beautiful. I see we have a lot of friends on this morning. If you're just joining, unfortunately, Facebook has had an update and I can no longer see your comments. I can see that you have comment, but I can't actually access it. So I apologize for that. But making sure you can hear me. If you want to give me a little thumbs up, that'll let me know that you're here and you can hear me. And we're going to do the best we can. I've put in a message to the center letting them know that something has changed with Facebook Live. We're going to do the best we can. All right, we're going to add on to this movement. So let's do 3 more of these standard biceps. Nice job. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to take our arms in that bicep, keeping it at like a 90 degree. We're going to reach and bend back. So I want you to think about reaching lower instead of just out in front of you because we're doing shoulders and biceps. So it's a bend, reach, pull it back. So you see you're working your shoulders and your biceps a little bit here. You can do this in the chair. If you're standing, get a soft bend in those knees. And with your breath, inhaling forward, exhale, pull it back. You're bending, a little reach and a bend. Keeping those elbows still tucked in close to the body. Nice job. We have 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one right here, and 1. Beautiful. Roll out. Shake out any of the wiggles that you need to do this morning. I'm going to show you the next move. So you are going to just continue your break if you need that. So again, option to stay in the chair. We're going to come into field goal arms here, and knowing you can bring those shoulders down lower range here if up high hurts the shoulders. So coming a little lower, we're going to open and close our goalpost here. So squeezing and then opening. Try not to round the spine. We want to stay nice and tall as we squeeze the arms in and release. Knowing that weights are just an option, okay? So here we go. In and out. Pulling those tummies back. Squeezing and releasing. Knowing you don't have to touch the weights here. If this is your range of motion, is just bringing them in a little bit, that's okay. Working with our shoulder mobility here. Nice job. Breathing. 5, 4. We're going to hold it center, hold it together. Last little bit of work here, then we're going to take a break. Hold it center and tiny little shoulder lifts. This is tiny. I'm barely moving my arms up, little pulses. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! We feel that? Yes. Little shoulder burn there, working those muscles. Roll it out. We're going to take a tiny little break here, and then we're going to repeat that all again. Then we'll do our legs. You got this. So grab that drink if you need it. I really wish I could see your comments. It's bugging me. I don't know what you're saying. It's making me crazy. But I'm so happy you're all here and working through this technical issue with me. As I've mentioned before, Facebook is definitely a new realm for me. I'm not very familiar with Facebook Live. And then, like everything in life, they do an update for their system and you feel like you're back to square one, right? So we got this. So I'm going to show you this time seated, just so you can have that option, that variation. So we're going to start just like we did before with those bicep curls. So if you're standing, soft bend in your knees, seated, feet are flat on the floor. You're inhaling and exhaling them down. So inhale, squeeze, exhale, slowly release it, being kind to the elbow joints. Always using that core, pulling that tummy back. And we want a nice long spine. Nice job. Keep breathing, connecting to your practice even when it becomes challenging. Beautiful. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, last one. Nice job. All right, coming into those bend and reaches, so your arms are in that 90 degree. We're going to reach down just a little bit. It's not all the way down, but just a little bit of an angle, and then pull it back. So reach and pull, knowing you don't have to use weights. You can use your little OK fingers activating those muscles, or water bottles, whatever you have access to. Bend and reach here. Using the back muscles to pull. Nice job. 5, 4. Let's do 2 more all together here. And release. Nice job. Get nice and warm this morning. All right. Last little arm workout. We're going to go right into those field goals, and then we're going to take a break altogether. So lower range of motion, or if you're a little higher, that's fine too. Squeeze and release, keeping that spine nice and long as possible. Sitting up, pulling that tummy back. Nice job. Breathing through the uncomfortableness, smiling, enjoying the movement you're creating for your body this morning. Let's do 5, 4, 3. We're going to hold, remember, in the center. 2. Last one, hold little pulses right here. Tiny, tiny, tiny. You got this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Okay, we've not done this movement before, so take your break. I want you to take the whole break. This is a break before we move on to our legs. But we've never done this before, at least not with me. So we're going to try something new. So you sit in your break, and I'm going to show you. Option to not use the weights in this, but if you want a little extra, you're going to hold the weights on your hips here. I'm going to scoot my chair back so you can see my feet. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we're getting in and out of our car this morning. Pretend our chair is our car. So we're going to put our hands on our weights. So you're going to step out like you're getting out of the car. If this was your door, you're going to step out, working that hip joint, and step up. Then you're going to take it back and sit down in your car, back in the seat. That's what it's going to look like. We're going to do one side at a time to be safe. So what we're doing here is we're, of course, building strength in our leg. We're working a little balance, coordination, and some hip joints here, right? So taking that left leg out, stand, keep that chest lifted, and bring that foot in. Nice work. Back into your car, sit down. Hip comes over, sitting nice and tall in your chair. All right? Keep working with me. Out, step up out of that car, and back in. You got this. Taking this as slow as you need to for you. Being safe and mindful to your joints. Nice job. Let's do 3 more on this side. Stepping up. Knowing that the weights are optional. You do not have to hold any weights to do this. but it adds a level of strength with the weights. That's all it is. It's just adding another layer. You got this. Last one right here. Out of the car, working that hip, bringing them back in, sitting in the car, and back in. Nice job. But take a nice big inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. And we're going to get ready. So nice tall spines. So taking that right leg out of the car, sitting up, bringing that foot in. Nice job. Back in. The leg comes in. You got this. Out and in. Beautiful work, friends. Keep pushing for that challenging point, working our body strength. So good for us. Working those hip in a safe way. We're working that hip mobility. Gentle strength here with that. Nice work. Keep pushing. You got this. Let's do 4 more all together here. Take breaks when you need it. Listening to our bodies here. Stepping out of the car and up and back in. Knowing it's not about the number, it's about the quality of the movement. So knowing that if you feel like you're not at the same number, that's okay. We all are at different stages, right? Last one, here we go. Out of the car, step up, back in that seat, slowly release. Beautiful work, friends. Beautiful, beautiful. Grab a drink. Take that rest that we all need. That was good work, friends. We should be nice and warm at this point. Taking your time. So this is, what is happening? Sorry, I got a weird thing popping up on my screen. Okay, so we're going to try another new move we haven't done this morning. I like to keep things interesting in class so we can continue to have fun together and not get stagnant in our movements. It's important to keep challenging our body and doing new movements because that's where the change comes in when we challenge our bodies, right? So knowing that weights are an option. You do not have to use weights. You're going to come into, I'm going to put my feet down even more so you can see my feet. That's more important than seeing my face, friends. So you're going to come to your feet being wide V. You can have your chair up front if you want it, like just for that balance, if you want that stability. But I'm going to move it because I want you to see my feet. So your feet are going to be out a little wider. You can see my toes are up, my heels are in, and we've done a little bit of a variation. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to sink down just a little bit, knowing that you're only going to a comfortable spot. So we're not going into a huge, see how low I got. We're not going for that. We're just a little knee bend in this wide V is what I call it. So you're going to put the arms forward and release, then to the side. Now this is going to be challenging. So if the weights begin to be too much, knowing that you can let go of the weights and just use your hands. We're working our back. This is a whole full body movement here, okay? So let's be kind to ourselves. So down, reach, come up, down, reach over to the side and pull. And if you want to take the weights more in front of you like this and pull, knowing right here is fine. 2, you're only a little knee bend. We want to be kind to our knees. So we're getting a little gentle twist. We're kind of working lots of muscle mobility here. So work with what feels good for you. Okay. Let's do 4 more. Reach and pull. You got this. Just little bends with the knees, keeping them nice and safe here. Nice work. Keep reaching, pulling. One more here. Center and right and left. Beautiful. Finish where you are. See, even I'm breathing hard. That was good for our cardiovascular. You got this. Take your time. Grab a drink. We have one more strength, and then we're going to go into our cool down. You've done a great job this morning sticking with me. I know I've done some challenging movements here, but you did so good. So taking your time, I want you to take that whole minute of break here, maybe a little longer. Just checking in back with your breath, connecting back to your mantra of this week, knowing that it's never too late. You're never too old to have new goals, even related to your fitness or new dreams. So tapping into that, bringing the breath back down. Nice job. All right. We lost some more people. See, I think there's something wackadoodle with Facebook Live. I've seen a lot of up and down, which tells me maybe they're having a hard time getting on as well. So we'll figure it out all together. All right. Moving on to another balancing. Finishing up class with our balance. So knowing that you can keep the chair, I want you to have your chair close to you. So we're going to stand, and we've done similar to this where we're standing. But this time we're going to take our right and put it right in front of our left, like we're on a tightrope. You see how that challenges? Now, understanding that if you need to come a little in front of your toe and not all the way backed up, that's okay. You can have it a little in front, working with your stability in those hips, okay? So that's where we're going. You're going to put it in front. Now, you're going to play with maybe bringing your hands up, maybe hovering, maybe you need the chair the whole time. That's okay. Just coming into that tightrope. So right now, keeping it as close as you can. And all I want you to do is you're going to take this foot back to center, slowly back into that tightrope. See how we're challenging that coordination and balance right here. Very subtly, standing parallel, then come into that tightrope. Standing nice and tall, pulling that core back. Nice job. One more. And release. Beautiful. Shaking it out. Whatever feels good. One more challenging. We're going to take our tightrope to the back. So you're going to connect that toe as much as possible to your heel. So see how we changed it up? Slowly take it back. Maybe you play with hovering that hand over the chair, knowing that if you need a wider stance with your tightrope, you can take that foot back a little deeper, okay? Working with your body. Nice job. Keep breathing through it. And let's do two more. And last one right here. And release. Nice work. Beautiful. I know you can't see my face, but I'm smiling. It's hard to get my whole body in this camera, I tell you. So taking your time to stand next to your chair on the other side. Okay. Grabbing a drink if you need it before we go to that other side. All good options. So standing, we're going to start with our right leg is the strong inside. You're going to take that left, place it right in front, breathing, and take it back. knowing you can hold the chair the whole time if that's what you need. Maybe you could even put this outside hand on your hip if that feels good, providing a little stability. Just coming into that little tightrope situation. Nice job. Keep breathing. Pausing each time you come back between the movements here. 2 more. And then we'll switch, taking that leg behind our tightrope here. Nice job. All right, so again, getting that strong leg. I got to scoot my chair up so I don't hit the wall. Taking that leg behind that tightrope and to the side. Nice job. Keep breathing. Beautiful work. And we ran over just a little bit, and I realize that, friends. And that's because we started a little late because of the technical difficulties. 2 more. Nice job. And release. Beautiful. You have graduated to your cool down, friends. So option to sit and do some heel raises. I'm going to stand, but you choose whatever feels good for you. So I'm going to come behind my chair, and I'm going to stretch out my feet here to come into this cool down, knowing that you can sit in the chair and lift those heels as well. Squeezing the glutes, activating those calves, warming, just letting everything come back centered. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hold our chair. We're going to take our leg out and just kind of let it be loose. Just kind of loosey-goosey, like your leg is like a noodle. So just kind of shake it around here. Maybe do some little tiny, tiny circles low to the ground. We're not doing anything super high. We're just shaking out the hip. And when you're ready, maybe go to the other side. Just shake out that leg, doing that movement that feels good for you. And then we're going to take our legs. I'm going to turn to the side, actually. You're just going to use that chair, stretch out the back of the legs. You can have a soft bend in your knees, whatever you need, but using that chair, round your spine here. Get the back of those legs a nice stretch. Even the shoulders maybe, because you're extending through the arms, kind of like a supported down dog here. And inhale, come up. Let that spine arch if that feels good. This is okay to do this if it doesn't hurt your spine. It might feel good. Exhale, slowly round again. Soft bend in the knees. Maybe you kind of alternate a little hip stretch here. So I'm softly bending more deeply into one side. If that doesn't hurt, might actually feel good. Take it slow. And when you feel complete, come center. Final deep stretch here. And roll, like really roll up. Get that back nice and rounded. And then slowly step up to your chair. Nice job. We're going to come into some gentle marches here or walking. You don't have to use your hands if that feels good. Coming into that gentle marching. Nice job. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Nice big reach, arm circle. Exhale, release. Let's do that again. Big circles with those arms. And release. Let's switch directions. Up in front of us. And exhale behind. Here we go. Beautiful release. Taking a moment here, maybe stand, close your eyes for just a moment, thinking about our mantra this morning. You're never past the point or too old to have a new goal, a new dream. Really soaking in, not thinking about what you have next. Take a moment of love for yourself. Give your body that grace it deserves for showing up this morning, for being present. And finally, friends, let's scoop up some love for ourselves. Nice big in through the nose. Exhale. Release. Beautiful work, friends. Again, I sincerely apologize that I cannot hear you or see your comments, I should say. I apologize that it's a little challenging with that happening for sure. I think what it's going to do, I'm wondering, is during a live feed, it's not going to allow me to communicate anymore. But once the feed is over, it will let me read the comments, which is just unfortunate. There's also a new, and I'm not going to click it, but I know they've done an update because there's a new thing that says cross post to more pages. So I'm not going to, but I could share this across other platforms. And so they've definitely done a system update for Facebook Live. So I sincerely, sincerely apologize for this craziness. But bear with us, and hopefully we'll be in studio soon to see one another. And that will just help me even more get to know you and your wellness journey and your fitness goals. All the things will be much easier once we see each other in person. But I still definitely want to figure out this platform or a platform we want to use for those that want to desperately still be engaged and get this movement from the comfort of their own home. So we'll just have to keep working out those kinks. So thank you for joining me this morning. And I apologize for Friday as well. I should have mentioned that. So they had been doing an update, I think. And so they kept kicking me off and Facebook page. I couldn't even get on Facebook. It kept saying unresponsive page. So it took me about 15 minutes to even get the comment that I wrote to you guys saying that I couldn't get back on. So I'm sincerely apologize as well that we were not able to finish our other 2 sessions that day. But hopefully you were able to navigate one of the other sessions we did and get on there and still create that movement that you needed that morning. So I just think all of you have been so kind and patient during this process, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me this morning. We'll get started with our next 2 sessions here in about 15 minutes. 10:15 we'll start our next session. So if you are staying on this morning with me, go ahead and give me a thumbs up because I can't see your comments, unfortunately. But you giving me another thumbs up will let me know that you're staying and you are ready to go. So in this break, make sure you're getting water, stretching if you need that before we get going on the next section. Unfortunately, this sort of way it's set up now makes it really difficult to have a conversation with you because I can't see your answers or text. So we'll just kind of take this time to take your break, and I'll leave the video on so people know that I'm here. But it kind of makes communication very difficult, and I don't want to just talk your ear off when you can't communicate back with me. So like I said, take a break, get water, use the ladies' room, whatever you need to do this morning before we get started with our next session. Oh. Okay, friends, I may have just figured something out. I think I finally was able to figure out where they really definitely did an update because everything is different and moved. So I had to go down on, it's going to be confusing, but they have a dashboard now, which they didn't have before. And so it took me a minute to figure it out. So, Lucille, I see what you're saying that you can see the comments. I couldn't see them. I had to, before they would just be automatic on the computer on the left side, but now you have to go down and click another page basically that will bring up insights, which tell me how many people are viewing, how many people are commenting, goals, which I don't even know what that is, but and then I was able to click that and make another screen appear that shows your comments now. So that wasn't how it was before they did the update. So it was just a little confusing. It took me a little bit to figure out. So, Gretchen, I'm so glad you enjoyed the class. Thank you so much, everyone, for the kind comments. I'm so glad so many of you were here. So I'm just going back and reading them now that I can actually see them. So I'm so glad I could figure that out. Just technology. Good, bad, and the ugly. Yes? All right. So now I can see everyone. That's wonderful. I can see your comments again. Wonderful. All right. Well, now that we got this working and I can see your comments, this should be a much better interaction together. So, we're going to get started here in about 15 minutes. But if anyone wants to share what they did this weekend, if you did anything fun, if you were able to get out and enjoy the weather, um, I was, again, I feel like every time we get on here, I tell you that I was going to plant, but that did not happen. The weather did not cooperate with me, so I was not able to do that. The one time I could have maybe excuse me, would have been yesterday. But unfortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately, I got to go see my niece at the Tulip Festival in Walmigo yesterday. She is on, my niece is 12 and she's on a dance team. And so we went and watched her do a little dance recital. It was really fun. So that's what we did this weekend. So I'm going to take just a moment here and get some water, and I will be back on here in just a moment. I'm going to leave the feed going, and then we'll start our second session all together. I am back. My puppy was laying outside the door when I opened the door to our little workout room. So she was feeling a little lonely this morning. So this is Izzy. Say good morning. She's old. She's been sick lately. So we're actually not sure how much more time we get with her. So say some little prayers for her. Huh. So anyway, we have a few more minutes this morning waiting for people to join. Good morning. Whoever just joined us this morning, we have another watcher, viewer. No, watcher is not really the right word. Good morning. If you're here this morning, feel free to comment. We were having problems finding the comments this morning with the Facebook update, but now I've discovered I can see them, I can find them. And this is our puppy. Well, she's not really a puppy, she's actually old, but whoop, this is Izzy. She was feeling lonely this morning, so she came in and joined us. Well, we had people on. People are falling off again. I don't know what's. Hopefully, they're not having problems with the Facebook again. I'll put you down. Here you go. Have about 5 more minutes before class gets started. Waiting for other people to join on here this morning. Oh, morning, Carol. Yeah, say some prayers for her. We're not sure how much more time we have with her. We recently found out that she's pretty sick, and we're just trying to figure out how much time we have with her. But yes, she's our little fur baby. Her name's Izzy, and she's a Schnauzer poodle. Good morning, Kathy. I'm so glad I can finally see the comments again. That was not fun the first session. I couldn't figure out where the new comments had gone. Facebook Live did an update over the weekend, which I think is why we had the problems we had on Friday. So it kept telling me Facebook was unresponsive. So it wouldn't even let me get on Facebook. So I'm glad that it's fixed this morning. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. Sincerely appreciate that. We've had her a long time. She's been a good little pup for us, for sure. If if anybody's ever had a Schnauzer poodle, we would highly recommend that breed. They are very loyal, very smart dogs, for sure. She's been very well behaved, good dog. So this morning, let me get my little notebook here before I get too ahead of myself before we start. Making sure you have your water and weights if you choose. So if you're just joining this morning, we are using our mantra this week will be we are never past the point or too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. That is our mantra this week. And so I hope that will carry with you on your wellness journey, maybe in your week this week. If you're contemplating doing something new or starting something new, knowing that it's never too late to keep learning, to keep dreaming, to keep working towards those goals. So that is our mantra this week. And we're going to do this all together this wonderful, beautiful morning. And having a chair and weights, water, stay hydrated, take breaks when you need it if you feel faint or dizzy, knowing that you can take a break whenever you need to. All right. Just making sure that I hadn't missed anybody if they had recently commented, because now I have to scroll all the way down to read your comments, and they used to just be right easily accessible on the left side. So I'm not really sure why they thought that was a good update. makes it harder for me. Okay. Taking your time here. We're going to get set up for this next session. I'm going to bring my chair back with me. Getting ready for our warm up this morning. All right. Getting seated here, taking a couple of deep breaths before we get started here. Really tapping in to your intention, maybe thinking about that mantra we've set for this week. It's never past the point or too old to have a new goal, to dream a new dream. Connecting to your breath, to our practice this morning. And when we're ready, let's just start to go into some shoulder rolls this morning. Inhaling them up to the ear, exhaling them down. Nice job. Nice gentle rolls. Feet are flat on the floor. We're sitting nice and tall in our chair. Nice work. And maybe when you're ready, switching the direction of those circles. I want to make sure nobody else. Keep going with those circle rolls. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Nice job. All right, let's start to take those arms just out to the side here, little circles. Instead of going all the way up, we're just kind of going to the side here, little side circles. Inhaling and exhaling. Working out the kinks this morning. Being kind to our joints if this is your first movement this morning. And when you're ready, switch those circles. Nice job. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take our arms out to a field goal, and then we're going to exhale, squeeze the arms and close the goalpost. So open and close. Nice job. With your breath, use that breath work as we open and close our arms here, working just all the joints in our back and shoulders here. Nice work. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing, maybe roll out those shoulders one more time if that started to warm up the shoulders a bit too much for you. So option here is to sit in your chair and do some gentle circles with your arms and your hips. Or if you're feeling extra sassy this morning, you're just going to stand. So we're going to do some gentle circles with our hips, knowing that you can stay in your chair if that feels better for you. If you're in the chair, you're just reaching and pulling back in. Nice job. Keep breathing. Beautiful. We have some more friends this morning. Keep with those circles. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Betty. Keep with those gentle circles. And when you're ready, you're just going to switch opposite directions. If you're in the chair, switch the direction of your arms, pulling them back in. Nice job. Standing nice and tall. Or seated nice and tall if you're in your chair. Little gentle hip circles. Nice work. All right, coming center. If you're going to sit in your chair, you're just going to tap out and bring those arms out to the side. If you're standing, same thing. So inhaling and exhaling, starting to warm up the whole body here this morning before we go into strength workout. Nice work. Keep breathing. Knowing that if your shoulders start to talk to you, you can keep your arms down and just come into these little step outs. Nice job. Adding the arms just really adds another layer, makes our heart rate go up a little bit more, but make sure we're safe in that heartbeat. Cardiovascular is important, but we still want to be safe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Nice job. If you're in your chair, you're just going to gently lift those knees and come into a marching, or you can stand. Just walk it out this morning. Maybe let those arms just kind of be loosey-goosey here. Whatever feels good for you. Just taking a nice walk this morning all together. Nice job. Taking this at your pace. Using that beautiful breath. Nice job. And we'll go 5 and 3, 2, and release. Nice job. Maybe grabbing a quick drink before we go on to our strength portion this morning. Doing so good. Knowing that you can use weights or no weights, water bottle. Lots of choices this morning, friends. Knowing that you can come into these movements with in your chair. And I'll start, usually I start our strength, I stand and then I get in the chair. But I'll start this morning with seated and then repeat it. I'll show you standing. So the first thing, we've done this many times before, is we're going to come into a bicep curl. So you sit nice and tall in your chair or you're standing with a long spine. You can come into having them on your thighs and come into a bicep curl right here, or you can take them out to the side of your body and come into it this way. Whatever you choose is not wrong, just listening to your body. And here we go. We're going to squeeze, inhaling, squeeze those arms up, exhale, slow release. Even if you're here, inhaling, exhale. We never let the joints just fall. We use a controlled movement, pulling that tummy back, using that core as we come into this work. Nice job. Keep breathing. We're going to add on here. So it's going to be, we're going to go into a shoulder press. So we're going to inhale into that bicep curl. So inhale, turn the wrist, push into that shoulder. So working a little bit of our wrist this morning, strength. Taking this as slow as you need to. And remembering that if the shoulder press needs to come more in front of your face instead of up here, if that hurts your shoulders, please use that modification. Breathing. Keep with your breath work. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Nice job. Let's do 5 more. Wherever you are, knowing it's not about the number, it's about the quality of movement. You got this. Nice job. 2 more. Push. Last one. Squeeze and release. Nice job. Maybe set those weights down. Maybe roll out the wrist if that feels good. We're going to go into our next movement. So taking your time, you can take that break still. I'm just going to walk you through it. So I'm going to scoot myself just a little bit from my chair if you're staying in the chair. Feet are flat. So we're going to come into hammer curls. This is what it's going to start with. And then in a moment, after we've done that for a bit, we're going to go into a hammer curl, into a tricep kickback with both arms. So I can't show you this arm, but you're going to do both at the same time. But to start, sitting nice and tall in your chair, just coming into these hammer curls, keeping the elbows nice and tucked into your body. We're continuing to pull back those tummies, activating the core. And don't forget that beautiful smile this morning. Challenging movements become the change our body needs. So squeezing and releasing. Nice job. Let's do 5 more wherever you are. Squeezing and releasing. Beautiful. Here we go. So we're going to layer on right here. We're going to come up into that T curl, down. You're going to hinge a little bit at your weights into that tricep. So in, release, hammer curl, then into that tricep. Hammer curl, up, tricep. Hammer curl, and tricep. You got this. Takes a little bit for our brain to catch up with what we're doing here, because we're adding a couple of movements together, Keeping those elbows tucked close for that tricep work, hinging just a little bit over those thighs so you can get that release with those arms. Nice job. Let's do 3 more. Then we're going to hold those arms back into those tricep. Nice job. Holding those arms, just tiny little lifts with those arms. So keeping that tricep engaged, keeping the chest as lifted as possible, pulling the core back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release. Taking that break before we go back into that. We're going to do that whole series one more time, and then we'll move on to our legs strength for balance. Beautiful, friends. Taking that time to get there. And I'm just checking comments to make sure I haven't missed anyone. Continuing that break and remembering this time I'm going to go through that whole thing, but I'm going to stand this time for those of you that want to have that option to stand. Nice job. Taking your time. We still have a little bit of a break here. I want you to take your time getting a drink, big deep breaths, maybe stretch out the arms, wiggle out any kinks before we move into it one more time. Nice job. Maybe rolling the shoulders if that's what you need. Knowing that you don't have to use weights. You can just use your hands, the little OK fingers. It's a good place. All right, remembering our first movement, whether you're in the chair or standing, was our bicep curls. So if you're in the chair, you can put them on your thighs and come into that. You don't have to come to the side. Here we go. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling down. Inhale and exhale. Nice job. If you're standing, make sure you keep that spine long, but we don't want to hyperextend our legs so our back arches. So we want a soft bend in our knees as we are lifting and lowering. Keeping gentle with our joints here. All right, let's do 5 more, and then we add that shoulder press. Nice job. We have 3, 2, last one, then we bring it down. Turn the wrist, lift up into that shoulder press. So twisting the wrist just gently, working that mobility in our wrist just as much as we are in our shoulders here with this subtle moving back and forth. You got this. Nice job, everyone. Keep breathing. Let's do 5 more. Inhale, exhale, push it up. Nice job. Inhale, exhale. 3 and 2. Last one right here. Last shoulder press. Beautiful. Release slowly. Taking that break, working out any kinks that you might need this morning. Good morning, Mary. All right, so we are going to continue on. We're going to do our hammer curls. Knowing you can sit in the chair, we're going to do that hammer curl first. And then remember, we hinge over our legs just a little bit so we can get that extension with our triceps, okay? But remember, first we're just starting with those T curls. So bringing those arms up, I'll stand to the side. Remembering you can sit in your chair to do these curls. Inhaling, keeping the arms nice and close. Nice long spine. Squeezing at the top and slowly releasing. Nice work. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now we're layering on. We're going to go into a hammer curl to a tricep extension. So hammer curl it up, bring it in, release. Down, up, release. Trying not to swing the shoulders as we come into that tricep. Remember, nice and control. It's not about how high your arm gets. It's about that length in the tricep. Curl, down, back. 3 more. And then we're going to hold that tricep wherever you are. Just hold it, even if you're in the chair, hinged over the hips. Little teeny pulses up. Pull the spine, the abdomen back to the spine. Keep that chest lifted. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Nice work, friends. Beautiful. Setting those weights off to the side, grabbing a drink before we move on to our legs and our balance portion of class. Nice work. All right. I'm going to challenge you this morning. As always, challenge is good for us. So, taking your time here this morning to get yourself set up. So you're going to use your chair, okay? I'm going to lower my screen so you can see my body. You don't really need to see my face. You need to see my feet. So, if my room was just a little further back, I could get my whole body in here. All right. So, what we're going to do is you're going to have your chair. And we've done where we've stepped out to the side. We've done that, okay? And making sure we're going to step out to the side, sink our hips back so we're protecting our knees. So we don't want to be over our knee. We want to be back so chest stays lifted. So we're going to go back, lift, and then we'll lift our leg just a little bit. So step out right side, and you can use your chair right here. So it's a step out and a lift, okay? That's where we're going to come into, taking this as slow as you need to. Know that it doesn't matter how many reps you get, it's quality versus quantity. So we don't let those negative messages about this is too challenging, I don't think I can do this, because yes, you can. So holding the chair, taking the right leg out, step out, sink those hips. It's almost like a side lunge, but we're not going into a full lunge. Coming up and lift that. Playing with your balance, taking this slow step. So it can look just like this, where you go super slow to get that balance in, okay? Knowing that challenge is good for us, makes our body have to think, makes our mind think. Nice job. Using that chair for stability. Nice job. Let's do 3 more no matter where you are. Coming up, lifting, maybe playing with taking your hands off the chair wherever feels comfortable for you. We're going to come to the top on this last leg lift. We're going to come into a star. So you're challenging your balance. Option to leave your toe on the ground. Option to leave your hands. But if you want to come into that star position, you're just squeezing and holding your balance here, holding that tummy back. Everything's working. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Knowing that it's okay if your ankle started to dance. It's okay if you had to come out of it, if you felt like you were unsteady and had to bring the foot down to regain that stability. That's okay. It's okay to challenge our bodies. And if we come out of it, we just try to get back into it, right? All right, last side here. Nice work. We're going to do that again, other side. And then you get a cool down, friends. Way to push through. Super proud of you. I understand that this is not necessarily an easy movement we're creating, but I know that you can do this. So, again, I'm going to walk you through it first. We're going to take our left leg out, sinking our hips back just a little bit. This is not a deep movement, but we do want to just slightly shift our hips back to protect our knees and come up. So it's out, back, up, little lift, okay? And it can be a toe tap. It doesn't have to be a leg lift. Whatever area you are at, what level you are, is perfect for you. So starting all together, nice big inhale, we're going to step that left leg out, shift our hips just a little bit, inhale up, maybe a little leg lift, out and back, knowing you can use your chair the whole time, just like this, okay? Taking this nice and slow. Yes, we are getting our heart rate up just a little bit, so it takes a little bit more effort, but that's okay. We're doing it nice and safely. Down and up. You got this. Let's do 4 more wherever you are, and we're going to hold, remember, that star one last time on this left side, because we got to balance it out, friends. We got to be equal on our sides here. Nice job. 1 more wherever you are, or maybe you have 2 left. That's okay. Choosing, getting yourself set up. Maybe it's a toe tap. Maybe you're hovering your hands. Maybe this is where you are today. That's okay. Maybe it's a low star today. Maybe it's a big star. Knowing all variations are what's perfect for you, because no matter what, we are creating some challenge here in our balance and our coordination. Knowing that that ankle might start to dance on us, just squeeze your glutes to help keep you stable. 4, 3, 2, and release. Maybe shake out those feet. You, my friends, have come into cool down. I'm going to stay behind my chair for this part of the cool down, and then we will sit. But to start, we're going to stay behind our chair. We're going to lift our heels slowly. So this time, instead of coming into it more quickly, we're going to come to the top, kind of hold for a second, squeeze, and then release. And really, that's just stretching out our feet as well when we go a little slower. Nice job keeping with your breath work. Beautiful. 4 and 3. 1 more. Nice job. I'm going to show you sideways here. I'm going to use my chair for this stretch. This is a really good stretch for the back of our legs. So you're going to put your foot up on the chair, soft bend. So it's just stretching out your calf. So I'm putting my toes up on the chair. I'm holding onto my chair. Soft bend is a deep bend that you need, whatever bend you need. And just putting a little pressure on the back of that calf, maybe in the hamstring, so you can feel the feet, the calves, everything gets that beautiful stretch. And breathing into that stretch. Nice job. Slowly release. We're going to take the other foot, putting that foot up on that chair. Gentle bend, and just lean into that leg a little bit. The more you lean, the more you're going to feel the stretch. So if you want to stay up taller, that's okay too. Breathing, connecting back to your breath, to your practice. And slowly release. Maybe coming here, rounding the spine here. And then inhaling, lift the chest. So we're kind of coming into a cat-cow here, right? But instead of in our chair, we're standing. Being kind to our joints, drop the chin to chest, rounding the spine. Soft bend in those knees if you need it. Inhaling, rely on that chair for that stability. Inhale, that chest, heart is open. One more time. Exhale, round. Should feel nice on the shoulders as well. And inhale, nice and tall. And start to slowly use that chair to step back up, coming to a seated position to finish out our cool down this morning. Nice work. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, split to the right. Sit nice and tall. Maybe if you want to take that stretch a little deeper, you look behind you just a little bit, but keeping the spine as long as possible. Try not to round. And we pull that tummy back. Exhale, center. Inhale, arms up. We're going to split them to the left side. Again, taking that variation that feels good for your spine on this side. And release. We're going to inhale. Take our arms like we're grabbing our forearms and maybe bring them up a little bit and just gently side to side. Gentle twist here, pulling gently. That arm should feel good to get that stretch with the arms and the shoulder. Again, taking it nice and slow, holding each side if that feels good for a minute. Nice job. Coming back center when you're ready. Releasing. Let's come into some shoulder rolls here. Feel nice each direction. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And when you're ready, we switch other directions with those gentle rolls. Nice job. Beautiful. We're going to take our right arm across our body, keeping that shoulder down as much as we can. Just gently, like you're going to give yourself a hug, gently hold that arm in place. Feel that shoulder, that arm get a nice stretch. Maybe you want to roll out your wrists too while you're in this position. That sometimes can feel nice. Nice job. And slowly release. Other side, left arm goes out. And exhale, reach it across. Sitting nice and tall. Connecting back to your breath and remembering that mantra this week. It's never past the point, or you're never too old for a new goal or to dream a new dream. Hopefully we can carry that on to our practice and into our week. We're going to release. Nice job. Coming into some gentle circles with our neck, being mindful that we're going slow enough that we don't feel any popping. Exhaling when that chin comes to chest. Nice job. Oh, sorry if you heard my tummy growl. That was really loud. Beautiful. When you come back up to the top, inhale, nice big in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to switch directions with those neck rolls. Nice work. Beautiful, friends. Keep with that breath work. And when you finally come to the top, sitting nice and tall, taking just a moment, I want you to do a couple of breaths in silence to really connect to your day, not thinking about what you have to do next today, just allowing yourself to be in this space, to just be present for you. So take a couple of breaths. Beautiful, friends. Nice big. We're going to scoop up that love. Give yourself some grace for what you did, for showing up for your body, for you this morning. So scoop up that love. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Release. Nice work, friends. Way to push through this morning. So happy that you could join wherever you are in the world today. I'm scrolling down here. Beautiful this morning. Way to push hard for yourself today. We have one more session in our practice this morning here in about 10 minutes, maybe a little less actually. Weekend that you wanted to share. This weekend because my niece was, she's on the dance team. She's 12. So we went and watched her. It got chilly at some points when the sun went behind the clouds, but really pretty nice weekend. And it was nice to get out and do something. That was a nice change of pace this weekend. What in the world?